Welcome to the Expat Talk Show. I'm your host, Ethan Mitchell. Our first story today, Jewish restaurant in France files racism complaint against Deliveroo after couriers refused orders. The restaurant was upset, but there was no outrage from the Jewish community. They were just going to order Chinese food anyway. In other news, about a month ago, French Catholics held protests over a ban on church service during lockdown. During Zoom meetings, you can pour your own glass of wine at communion. Many experts speculate this could drive an increase in church membership from 30-year-old single women with cats. Also, no longer will you have to choose between church and football. Now you can log into Zoom, put yourself on mute, and turn the camera off. The only problem with online church is that when a pastor starts speaking in tongues, the congregation is just going to think there's a connection problem. The French Department of Tourism says we lost $61 billion in 2020, and half of that was just the tchotchkes and shit they sell in front of the Eiffel Tower. Trump tariffs on cognac hit the French industry. For the last decade, owners of these distilleries have seen their sales more than double in the United States, making their spirit one of France's fastest-growing major exports. While the French are small-time drinkers of cognac, Americans consume almost 1 in 2 bottles produced in the vineyards of North Bordeaux, thanks in part to the alcohol being promoted by U.S. rappers as a symbol of wealth and luxury. Artists such as, let me see if I'm getting this correct, youngsters, Pharrell Williams, yes, and As Soon as Possible, Ferg. Okay, if you say so. And finally, we couldn't discuss this before the break, but French ex-president Giscard laid to rest in low-key ceremony. They're calling him the late ex-president. I can't tell if that's because he's dead or because the French are always late. Thanks, that's our show.